3-minute theory. The previous lesson introduced basic intervals. That's your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and octave. You can further define intervals as major, minor, perfect, augmented, or diminished. In this lesson, I'll show you how you can use the major scale to figure out if an interval is major or minor. Seconds, thirds, sixths, and sevenths can be classified as major or minor. And if you're wondering about those numbers, check out the 3-minute theory playlist for the previous lesson on basic intervals. If you know how to construct a major scale, you can figure out if a second, third, sixth, or seventh is major or minor. We covered major scale construction in a previous lesson. You'll also find that in the 3-minute theory playlist. Here's a C major scale mapped out on the second string. D is a second above C, E is a third above C, A is a sixth above C, and B is a seventh above C. Further, all these intervals are major intervals because they belong in the C major scale, and I'll show you how that works in just a minute. Now, a minor interval is always 1/2 step or 1 fret smaller than its corresponding major interval. So if I lower each of these notes by a 1/2 step, but still call them by the same letter name, that's important, we have C to D flat, minor second, C to E flat, minor third, C to A flat, minor sixth, and C to B flat, minor seventh. With enough time and study, you'll be able to recognize major and minor intervals right away. To get to that point, take yourself through this process. Build a major scale on the lower note of an interval. If that upper note belongs in the major scale that's built on the lower note, it's a major second, third, sixth, or seventh. If that upper note is a 1/2 step lower than what would have been a major interval, it's a minor second, third, sixth, or seventh. So let's say you have this set of intervals and D is the lowest note of each interval. First thing you do is construct a D major scale, and now you have a measuring tool. D up to E is a second. E is part of a D major scale, so D up to E is a major second. D up to F is a third. F is not part of the D major scale. The third scale degree of D is F sharp. F is a 1/2 step lower. So D up to F is a minor third. D up to B flat is a sixth. B flat also is not part of the D major scale. The sixth scale degree of D is B. B flat is a 1/2 step lower. So D up to B flat is a minor sixth. And D to C sharp is a seventh. C sharp is the 7th degree of the D major scale, so it belongs. So D up to C sharp is a major seventh. The next lesson focuses on finding and playing major and minor intervals on the fretboard. When that lesson's ready, I'll post a link at the end of this video. Meanwhile, for more guitar lessons, music theory, and solo guitar arrangements, please subscribe.